Well, another week has gone by and my little mobile studio is still looking like a U-Haul. So I think it's time to do something about that. Well, if you saw my other video when I did have my mobile studio briefly set up for a tiny amount of time, that's what briefly means, right? It was right here. My little station was right here. And considering that I still have all this stuff that would need storage, I'm thinking that it's still going to be right here. The bulk of my mobile studio will be in the front half of the bus. At our old spot, we had a big, huge storage tent already provided for us, and so all of this stuff, not all of it, some of it's new, all of the stuff was in that tent, and so the art bus could be empty. Now, at this property, we don't have access to anything like that, so the bus has become the storage unit, and today I want to get like half of the bus so that I can actually have a functioning tiny art studio. So without further ado, it's time to get moving things around before I keep piling shit in here. Yeah, let's get this going. Yes, this is a piece of a tree. When your friend, your dear friend that you adore, does tree work and gifts you a piece of tree like this, no matter how tiny you live, I don't know, I don't think you say no. And I love it. And I think it's going to be like a cat tree maybe in this bus. It's just too cool, and she definitely thought of me to bring it to me, and I love to collect rocks and sticks and trees and shit. So this is definitely staying for now in this bus, and I think we can make something cool with it. For now, I need to get it out of the area where I'm going to put the table. So right now I think it's going to go front. That's just too cool. Okay. cleaning out this bus area right here. I'm also thinking ahead. I wanted these lights we used to have outside at our old spot. I'm going to string these lights in here so I can have a little lighting at night. So I'm not going to do that right now, but I'm going to keep these out so that I know where they are. Well, made a little progress so far. So one of my goals today is to actually put a canvas on here and get some paint on this canvas. So if you watch that at the beginning of the video, then I accomplished that goal. Yes, this is another stick, basically a tree, and come on, I mean that's going to be a perfect climbing tree for the cat in here. So, I know, I already have a tree, you just saw the other tree. This tree is different. This tree is straight. This is a bag of sawdust. Because when you have a composting toilet, sawdust is a valuable asset. Okay. Let's look at what we got. All right. So right now you can see where the table is, and then I'm planning on putting the easel right here. So I might need to scoot it over a little bit, scoot the table over a little bit, because I think that's how I had it before. So I do want to keep that shelf as kind of an art supply shelf. I'm going to need to reorganize it, but so yeah, I'm going to make some room here and then get my desk space set up. Now, these are walking sticks my husband has either carved or wants to carve. So I'm not the only one in the family that collects sticks. Will it fit now? Yes, it will. I feel like a episode of Dora the Explorer. If you know, you know. Yeah, I don't know if my painting will be that way or this way. What do you guys think? Landscape or portrait? Okay, so that took a while, but not too terribly long. I did speed it up so you wouldn't be so entirely bored. But yeah, I got my craft / workstation here, my easel here. This is a new addition. My friend gave me a stool, a van life friend. She didn't use it anymore. So yeah. I am sweating. I think we skipped right to summer. Who cares about spring, right? So I think I'm gonna take a short break and then get back at it. Okay, and we'll call this the semi-final reveal. Yeah, I strung the lights up. I went ahead and put our old storage shelf there. I figured I can put my tools on the bottom and some miscellaneous items on the second shelf, and then the top 2 shelves will be for art stuff. So I can have the table and then this little shelf to hold my art supplies. So yeah, let's have a little talk. All right. Wow. So that didn't take 15 minutes. It took a couple hours, and then I I lost daylight and it started to rain and I couldn't do some of the stuff I wanted to do. So I was getting down on myself because I didn't get to the point in this video where I wanted to start painting on the canvas. And a friend of mine, I sent a picture of the studio to a friend of mine, and the friend that gave me the tree, and she said, "So what are you creating right now?" And I said, "Not much, LOL." And she said something to me that really resonated and made me feel better, because I was kind of beating myself up. And that was, I said, I'm not creating anything. And she said, "You're creating a beautiful space for you to create in, and it's another friend said, you've created your sacred space." So I don't want to take that lightly. It's true. This was a big pile of stuff that we were needing to move from one location to the other. So the bus did serve as a U-Haul, and now it's going to serve as my art gallery, my art studio. But it's a lot of energy, a lot of creative thought, a lot of figuring things out, a lot of opening boxes and looking at them and deciding if I need to take anything out of them before I pack them away. And so yeah, I'm not gonna beat myself up that I didn't actually do quote artwork in this video, because this channel is called Nat Creates, and I did that on purpose because I am not a one medium type creator. I love to paint, and I love to draw, and I love to illustrate, and I love to build things, and I love to make spaces when there wasn't a space. And so yeah, even though I didn't actually create artwork in this video, I hope you still enjoyed it. I hope maybe it inspired you to be able to create your own studio space. If you've seen my other videos, I do have a little 9 square foot, probably this size space in my home bus, which is parked behind me. But this I can leave out all the time, unless we're, of course, driving. But, I can have a space that I can leave available to create. And so I feel like I'm on the right track to get some creations going in here. And I don't know that I'm going to keep this all the way it is right now. I was, playing with where my brushes are going to go and stuff like that. But I'm just going to give myself a break and have time to think about that, because I feel like it's funny with YouTube. I feel a little pressure because I've committed to make a video every week, because I know that's how you grow on YouTube. But I don't want it to not be something I can't move around if I feel like I need to, if that makes sense. So yes, I know the algorithm needs me to upload about the same time every week, on the same day every week, and this video isn't falling into those criteria. At the end of the day, I want to keep creating videos, and I want to keep growing this channel. And if every now and then I don't get one out on the right time, then I'm gonna have to be okay with that, because I'm a fucking human being. And shit happens, and moods happen, and rain happens, and life happens, But the creating of anything is the real joy, and I don't want that to get run over by, trying to stick to a really strict timetable or whatever. At the same time, I do want to grow this community. If you haven't already and you're still watching, you are a saint, and I hope that you'll subscribe and click the little like button, because that really is the best way to help the channel grow. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means the world to me. And if you can relate to anything I've said or done, or want any more information about anything I've said or done, please comment below. And yeah, I'm just going to keep going. You keep going too. Get out there and make stuff, okay? We'll see you next week. Bye.